We do it all the time. That's what the movie Avatar is about. I'm gonna get to that. Not today, nigga, but I'm gonna get to that for you guys. But that's what Avatar is trying to tell you. That's why he went into a coffin each time. Because his personality is dying while he's trying to develop his true nature. Oh, I'm gonna kill you with that. When I tell you this one element, it's gonna fuck you up. You're gonna say, wow, I never even seen that. So I'm gonna save that for that. But real talk, it's the same thing with you. The guy named Larry stayed in the background. If people call me Larry, it'll be 3 times before I even turn my head. That's real shit. Larry, Larry, Larry. Panic, huh? I am Panic. Brotha Panic was a performer who knew how to get his words across. Where you're either entertained or fucking flabbergasted. So like anything, if you go through these factions, which would be lifetimes, in the lifetime, I believe, if you have that turning point, that you mastered that zodiac, that's under your belt, Candace Aberdeen, may the odds be ever in your favor. But you must become the 13 or the Christios. That's how you leave the game. That's the middle point or the gateway. That's the cusp. It's a circle with a dot. It's telling you, you in the cusp. That's how you get out. I'm going to tell you some radical thinking. Forward thinking. See if your niggas can hang with this shit. I believe you really get trapped down here through photosynthesis, nigga. Just like we leave through the sun, what if these trees is the shit that's pulling you down here? Because trees eat light. You're a light being, son. And then, what's that dude that black people used to like? I don't hear him anymore. The bald black psychiatrist. What's his name? That's all right, Jazz Leon. You could be so white. You just do your best to become a nigga. What was his name? He started just charging people too much. No. He was talking conscious shit, and niggas started fucking with him. But his seminar, 2000, this Mitchell Gibson. Thank you. Somebody got it right. Mitchell Gibson. He said grass can evolve to whatever animal eats it. And then what animal eats that grass, that animal, that deer caught by a lion, can now evolve as it goes into the digestive system of the lion. It's a DNA, it's a process. And it gets doodled out in the world. Its essence or its spirit now can be born in the lion. So you got grass that was eaten by a grass-fed animal, and then a grass-eating only animal got eaten by a carnivorous animal. And then man eats that carnivorous animal, African niggas, and that animal now has the option of becoming human. Mitchell Gibson talked about it. So what if the fall is actually just the plants pulling you right out the sun through photosynthesis? And that's where you're first trapped. And you have to evolve back to becoming a human, and then evolve through the zodiac, because you came through the animal path now again. So you must come back to a higher path before you're ready to go out of this motherfucker. That's the process. Y'all ain't ready. I'll tell you some real channels of how we got down here. But that's, again, they're only channels. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, it's only channels like Panic that just sounds, and just take it for what it's worth. Don't go writing a book or changing your life unless shit that was worth that much. But it's not meant to be for me. It's meant to ponder on things you ponder when you hide. You know what I'm saying? So now, where was I? The why. The why. The why has been the most important question because simply after you get to a certain level, you like, why? You don't really have a clear, detailed why. You speculate now. You know, transformation, evolution, but we talked that we was all the gods and titans and all this shit before. Why would we have to evolve? Do you learn more? Then we would say, well, maybe you learn more with the experience when you do it, but you don't know. You don't know. And then there's so much contradictory shit. So, but what is clear though is ways out of this place to find out that why. To find out that why. You know what I'm saying? And then that takes you to what the oracle said on the bench. You already made the choice. Now it's time to find out why you made the choice to come down here. See, it was on that why. That why is the key, son. That's really when you get to a level where you answer the who, what, and when and how satisfactory, because you could do that primarily with proof, history. The pyramids of tangibles. What, when, carbon dating is unconfusing, but the why. Bobby Hemmett went and Bobby Hemmett went. You've got mail. You've got mail. Transcended his avatar to give the conscious community the answer. He was telling me to give it to him, but I would realize it in a later time. This time, when it's most important, when Beetlejuice is in the air. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Here's the important point of this shit, folk. With consciousness, and as we now understand the phase lambda light, mind you, great balls of fire, Judy K. King, I'm sure more than ever, this is information decoded that was stolen from us. I'm not so convinced that she just figured it all out. And if she did, again, she's only getting channels from us. We made it. We brought it. We broke. We buy. And she's done another work, Balls of Fire, a must see where she spends more time on the phase lambda, how it works, the importance of your understanding of it in terms of how to will it through your body, if you will, how to know to look for it. She points out that the Kamites considered this light source our only last ancient ancestor that has the ability to transform our DNA. Now, I showed you in the Wizard of Oz that was symbolized by the red shoes. I showed you in the Wizard of Oz that the witch that got the house dropped on her had the same outfit that Beetlejuice had on her. Oh shit, nigga. You should have shit yourself when I said that. They were showing you, and in later day, Beetlejuice had on that suit to be consistent with the Wizard of Oz, because that's what she was a symbol of. This particular light source that has taken over this place, at least, and I'm sure others as it's supernova. So listen closely, guys. Here's where you need to listen. Here's where you need to listen. The thing that came online with the phage lambda is your imagination. Your imagination is what has been stripped and put in the dream world. We thought it was messages from beyond, but it's messages from our own mind that's trapped behind a veil or a wall called sleep or the dream state. So, you have to do that work of lucid dreaming and astral traveling to lucid dreaming so you can kind of interact and move the imagination if necessary. Try to move your hand in a dream and shit like that. And I've done that. That's old school shit. But ultimately, you're trying to get the dream-like imagination in the waking state. In your wake state, your memories of grandma's house at this point should be so intense that you may have to open your eyes to see exactly where the fuck you at. And this is because, and if this is happening to you, that's because your body has already accepted the phage lambda bacteria. You've been truly infected. So that's why they got you wearing a mask. It's the bacteria, nigga. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Keep a mask on. Why microbiologists are telling you we live and thrive off of germs. The immune system exists to interact with germs. The more you stay away from germs, the weaker the immune system gets. So these masks are what got these niggas in the fucking hospital. Always let a little bit, always leave room in the nose. I'm breathing regular, not that carbon monoxide. I'm breathing regular because that phage lambda, and if you are subtle to the spiritual feeling, spiritual energy is subtle energy. Sometimes it may yell at you, but for the most part, you got to listen to the little things, nigga. The subtle things. And if you get that down packed, you know just when the air smells like the 70s. That's the detail you get. Not that, today is a nice day. No, this is when I used to walk out my building and the sun would just fucking grab you by the neck. It was just so clean, so pure, and so transformative. I didn't feel that since then. This was happening all last spring. I was feeling a certain kind of, and I was confirming it with others, but I was feeling a certain kind of subtle power in the wind that I had felt since childhood. You getting the feelings of childhood. You got to pause on those feelings. That's your imagination knocking at heaven's doors, trying to get back to your waking state. One of the greatest ways your imagination tries to get to your waking state, and every teacher is trained in stopping it. It's called daydreaming. When you daydream or start drifting or looking out the window, every report card I got, daydreams too much, heads in the clouds. And I'm like, she's never even talked to me about that in school. I don't even sit by the window. But they stop you from thinking like a child. Grow up. Stop. We ain't gonna stop acting like that. There's nobody in the closet. There's nothing under there. You playing in here and you talking like, grow up. So what they're doing is taking your imagination and putting it in what we call the dream world. And then it's harder for you to access how your mind chemistry works as a creator. So your dreams are so razzle dazzle because your imagination is a creator. So it's trying to tell you a story within a art picture about your grandmother. It's not Brother Panic coming to your house when you have a dream about me. It's you coming to see me through your imagination and using your imagination for me to tell you the tale. That's why all of these little kid stories, Alice in Wonderland, are told the way they're told, from the realm of mystery and magic, and Dorothy, mystery and magic, because what they're trying to do is capture the essence of the imagination, which is your true ally that has been in prison. If you need a better word that makes it sound more professional for you, then that would be called visualization. Your ability to see, because without a human body, how do you think you create your home? How do you think you create the world you live in? Again, my favorite movie of bringing up, and there's no time I damn near don't bring this shit up, is Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come. Listen to him and Cuba Gooding Jr.'s conversations about what happened when you die and how it works in the astral world. Robin Williams bought a painting, and he said at a flea market, and him and his wife hung it on their kitchen floor because they thought it was their idea of heaven. And that's where he was in his picture. And Cuba Gooding Jr. says, ironically, he says I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much said, this is not like how you pull yourself up by your bootstraps. This is anything you think is real. If you want it, he said, kind of moving together, we're co-creating, but this is your creation. Hey, thought somebody was over there. So this is your creation. He said, this is your creation. You're doing this. So, but when we're here, I can get down with it. But he pretty much explained to him how, and he said it was ironic, everything you create is from your mind. That's how it's done. Easy as pie. He went and seen his daughter and had the realization about the world he was in was a toy on her nightstand she used to play with. He made the correlation and then said, wait a minute, and realized he was talking to her daughter, and the world she had built. The world she had built was based upon her childhood toy. So the worlds that you are going to, and each one of you niggas is gonna die. Somebody said, Panic, why not exchange with Zoe Williams, YouTube, for the people? Fuck people, nigga. Fuck, you need to know who I am. Give a fuck about the people. The people need to fucking go to the fucking library. I don't talk in terms of people. I talk in terms of individuals. You take this for what it is. Listen, I don't know. Nothing against anybody. I wish them luck. But this is not fucking entertainment, nigga. Why don't you get with fucking Cat Williams and drop some shit? Nigga, this ain't fucking rap collabos. You heard what the fuck I said, nigga? Get this, nigga. Get this. And I hope that brother is magnificent at what he does. I'm sure he's fucking incredible. But I'm not a people worker. People need to work for them. I am a people go fucking work for yourself for niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga, you don't know me enough to even say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Panic, it should be Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. Then you go. You know what I'm saying? Then we throw Rich in that motherfucker and talk about alkaline water and shit. We sit around pontificating on nothing. Sitting around trying to see who's the deepest. Yeah, that's weak. Go to the fucking library. So bad now I'm giving out movies. Little motherfuckers go see something for themselves. You don't need all of this shit. You need to activate you for the people. Fuck these dead ass niggas out here. Fucking all they want to do is just have a chat room, get something to be excited about, and have a chat room to blab in, nigga, for people. Knock that off. And again, nothing against the brother. I'm sure he's magnificent. Very magnificent, I'm sure. I'm sure he's doing his thing. No grief, no nothing. I love it. If he's even enough to even say that on the brighter side of this, even enough to even say it on the brighter side, must mean he's doing his thing. And if something like that is meant to be, it'll happen organically, not just because we're trying to pair each other up. Fucking Jay-Z and fucking Freeway and them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Nas and Mobb Deep do a new one. This ain't the rap game. All right, let's get back to it. So your imagination is actually being held hostage in the underworld as well. The phage lambda is that key that opens the door. So you should now be able to, if you're working the light before you make your transition out, visualize on a much more intense level. Imagination on an absolutely extreme, more intense level than you ever have. Message. Somebody still cash apping the brother. I'll give you shout out soon. So you should be able to imagine. I am finding I can think of any scenario, and the intensity of it is incredible. Visualization and imagination is how we're going to build ourselves out of here. And it is an individual action, an individual plight. It is not a group plight. It is not for the people. Fuck these motherfucking. You put a group of people together. All you did was herd some fucking animals. Black Lives Matter kind of shit, nigga. I ain't never came out with that message. Don't get me mixed up. You made a heard a few clips because some motherfucker took some shit. You better listen to the 5-hour lectures. Get the holistic picture of what the fuck I'm saying and doing. Ain't no bill. I just went through the whole thing. Bill time is over. For me. I don't know how to build no more. Because I'm not thinking on that level anymore. Not to say I'm better. Just saying that's me. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker may be 10 times greater. And I accept that. But what you ask for is entertainment. And that's a fact. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like an entertain nigga. Bill Cosby and Eddie Murphy live. Shit ain't working, man. Fucking cornball ass nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there trying to outdo each other. Whenever I see these kind of things, that's all you really see. Then the words get deeper. Well, the pontification and ramifications of your objectifications illuminate the masturbatory mind, dare I say, encumbrance or circumference. Either way you look at it, pi, 314, you cut that down, you're looking at 4 over square. See, 4 over square will fly, what I'm saying? It returns back in, and boom, you're at that core, melanin. You understand? See, that black dot goes a long way, don't it, nigga? Don't that black dot go a long way, nigga? Yeah, because it is the absolute justification, signification, immediation of all masters that have come before and all masters that have come after. Little lazy-eyed nigga tried to come to me. I said, you must open your eyes to reflect within, to see without, to see as above, so below, nigga. It's a 360-degree angular inner vision that turns into a light media of phase lambda style that will absolutely blow your ass out the frame, boy. But it really starts with that pathway within it. What you think? I can't build with a nigga? Sit there and say all that stupid shit all day. Know what I'm saying? Stupid shit all day. Come on, man. And not saying I'm not, again, whoever the brother is, I don't know. This is no, I want y'all trying to, I want to keep saying it. And, you niggas ain't that bright. People ain't that bright. So I don't want them to think I'm talking about this brother or whoever the brother is. I'm talking about the idea of that. And that idea is like, yo, I'm past that, dude. I mean, in 2004, you get on Eye Opener, documented. Plenty of takes was niggas sitting in a group. Shout out to my man Roswell. And they sample him on Beyonce and them, Black is King. Second part, when Jay-Z comes and you hear that voice saying, breaking down chess, that's Roswell. He did a tape called Esoteric Chess. He used to sit around in the group and pontificate with us. Shout out to Pharaoh. To Pharaoh, I believe he's in Scotland getting another Pulitzer. And we build a couple of other brothers, Black Dot, of course, the regulars. And when you look at it, it's just absolutely niggas just talking about nothing, pontificating for an invisible people and did nothing. You can trust your mastery of looking behind you is the true way of looking in front of you as you are in the illusionary holographic bubble of the world that reverberates, turn inward on itself. Pi, mind over matter, as above, so below. The mind is all polaria. One side of the coin is the other side of the coin. But yeah, you have to say, do they interface as yin yang, or do they interface as the symbol of infinity? Because we're forever beings, brother. We're here forever, brother. Why are you on Earth? I don't know, nigga. I don't know. Why? I don't know. So you can be as deep as you want. You're gonna have to find that why. And I think we had a clue. Take it for what it's worth. Bobby Hemmett was talking about that why. So the overall message is our imagination is back online. Our imagination is back online. And you need to start working on yours. If your light, I've already seen my new light body. When I go, all I have to do is slip in a cozy new pair of shoes. I've been through this before. This is how I do it. This is what I do. This is how we do it. Na 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 na. You got to get your groove on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I already seen mine. I know my quantum body is waiting. And I believe the phase connects to conscious light, inner light, hidden light, the hidden Osiris, which is inside of you. Oh yeah. It connects to that. And if you hadn't made the transition, it's still doing the work in the cusp for you based upon your conscious level. So now more than ever, I've been always telling you step by step, well, that's working for me. That's the mentality. That's the best I got. It's working for me. See what happens when you do it, if you do it, and then figure something out or off of it or close to it. Because the general idea is such and such. The general idea right now is visualization and imagination. You got to get into remembering. You got to get into detailed meditation, transcendental meditation on its basic level. Again, you've heard many times, just as many times as this is true and shocking, you've heard many times people say this, and this is also true and shocking, that they think they're meditating wrong. They have an idea, or if you really ask them, have no fucking idea what meditating is. So I'll teach you like my father taught me as a 10-year-old and how he spoke it in a 10-year-old's language. Meditation is the ability to focus your mind on one thing. Your mind is an absolute runaway train. It thinks of many things at once. That's the nature of the ego. It must be nonstop because it's so insecure. It has to tell you at every moment it exists with a fucking thought, a thought of distraction, because the reality is it has nothing to give. Its only reason to exist is to exist. And it will exist by any means necessary. It's up to you to know how to put it to bed. It's up to you to know how to release certain aspects of the ego, certain general aspects of the ego, constant anger, constant rude, and so on and so forth. So now, I'm trying to think where I was going to go with that. Well, I forgot. But you're trying to give up these things because it's constant meditation, because it's constantly talking to you. So here's the technique my father showed us to start focusing on a singularity. Simply think of an apple. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, you going to the store? Okay, I guess somebody just needs some straight sugar shit. Like which store you go, Publix? I'll get a couple of cases of soda. Yeah, Pepsi and some red. Yeah, and yeah, something. If you find a good snack, some donuts or something like that. Thank you, little girl. So, all right. So, what he showed us was, or told us, was to think of an apple. And even at the young age of 10, you've held an apple in your hand over 100 times. Feel it in your hand. That's easy. And then smell it. Rub it across your face. You're supposed to be trying to feel the detail of this with your mind. Smell it, taste it, touch it, feel it. Well, touch it is feel it. I'm missing. Smell, taste, touch. All five senses. You can tell I'm starting to get tired. So what we were doing, because it was such, you thought he was sitting us down to learn some old impossible shit. what was it was easy to do that. And what he was doing was showing us how to think of one simple thing. And as you fast forward, I kept doing it at uh, until age 16. I asked him again, what the fuck are we doing this for? He almost dropped the cigarette in his lap. You still meditate? He thought it was a failed project. You still meditate? I was like, yeah. And I said, the only thing that happens when I close my eyes, the scene moves, like this. I said, I do that at will. I said, I could talk to you and do that. I'm already in alpha state. You just make your breaths deeper and see what comes to mind. For me, a song comes to mind, that Kanye song. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Kanye did it for that twin, Pusha T. What you need? What you need? Don't like it, but heard it a couple of times. But it's a chant. So my mind tells me where it wants to go. And I stay there. I stay there now. Then that's when visions start coming.